And in we go.
Is it round 3? No, round 1. Round 2, actually. I should rephrase, it's round 2. Well, it is round 2, anyway.
Okay, we've got AZUMA coming out again with the Ohio, St. Vincent, Salem, Nevsky, Stalingrad, Colbert, Marceau, Delany, and the Ragnar.
Yep, and then the BLHX has actually gone out swinging with the Montana, St. Vincent's, Des Moines, Napoli, Moscow, Daring, 2 Delnys, and Ragnar again. So this is interesting how they're going to play this one.
So, and the spawn point for AZUMA was an interesting one.
Hmm.
Yeah, very interesting.
It's actually
Both of them are
go on.
both right in front of the Bravo cap.
That's right.
So let's see. With AZUMA, we have the Colbert, Marceau under engine boost, the Salem and the St. Vincent, which is heading wide, all heading towards the Alpha cap. We've got the Ohio, Stalingrad, and Delany, which is also under engine boost, heading towards the C cap, and the Ragnar. Looks like the Ragnar's going to go straight up the middle. Yeah, interesting maneuver, a three-way split.
Yep.
So, what's BLHX doing over your side there, Revan?
Well, just by looking at it over here, it looks like an interesting gameplay going on here where the Daring head's heading towards over Bravo. However, with that being said, the Delny, St. Vincent, Napoli are actually moving over towards Charlie. Majority of the forces are actually concentrated towards A at this stage. It's interesting that there's no engine boost being used at this moment, right now.
No, nobody's committed themselves to a cap as yet.
This might change over at Alpha Day.
Yes, I reckon BLHX is definitely going to get the Alpha cap. They've got 2 DDs and 2 cruisers and a battleship over that side. Now, when you look at AZUMA, they've got 2 of their battleships, 2 of their DDs. They're not even pushing towards the Alpha cap, so...
And there's a double radar action going on here between the Ragnar and also the Stalingrad. I wonder if there was a mistake to have 2 radars going off at the same time here, but that's it. Ooh, they're really smashing that Daring and Bravo.
Yes, it could have been an interesting ploy. Pop both radars, because he has lost 50% of his health.
Yeah.
And we've got AZUMA is now capping the Bravo cap. So they've made a push already for one of the caps.
Yep.
I'm quite surprised that BLHX hasn't made a push on the Alpha cap yet.
That is true. I have to say you're right about that. Just by looking at it over here closely towards over Charlie, no action is actually been happening over here as yet, but there's a lot of torp movement going on here. With the Delny on BLHX is actually reversing and torping at long range against the Delny and also the Nevsky and Ohio at long range here. However, there's a lot of torp action in response from AZUMA, but A-cap, there's a lot of heated action happening on here.
Yes, there is. The A-cap could be the one that turns the tide around for either team. Like you said, there's a lot of torps going out towards both the Ragnar and the Delany, but they won't make it. They'll run out of steam. So at this stage, AZUMA's in command. They're holding the lead by having at least 1 cap at the moment.
What I'm very impressed about that right now is that AZUMA is actually really pushing in hard this time round for a change. So they know that they can't afford to be knocked out too early in this game, so soon in the competition, and they want to strike back and make a good presence and impression here. So will Azuma strike back for a tied draw and go into round 3 maybe?
Who knows? Who wants to make a prediction? Come on, viewers. What do you reckon's going to happen? Are we going to go into a round 3? If so, what will be the outcome of that one?
Well,
Because
that's
they're
right.
both teams are pushing hard. Okay, we've got Torps going out towards the Salem, and he might. Where? Oh, yes, he's going to.
No, just missed it.
Oh,
Very narrowly too.
mate, I reckon that's taken the paint off his starboard side of his hull.
Either way, I mean, like the St. Vincent is actually engaging. Oh, that Demoy!
Oh, wow, what a hit!
What a smashing blow on the bow of the Demoy. That was.
Is
Damn.
BLHX going to lose the first ship?
It's.
It's.
Oh, there's actually it's still burning.
Yeah, I think
he's
he
gone
may
down.
go down. He's gone down.
He's gone down.
Wow, that's a radar ship too. Something
Yeah.
you can't afford to lose so early in a game.
That's right, and St. Vincent
Wow.
has actually punched up his heel, so he's actually going to get himself back online pretty quickly. Now,
So
that's interesting.
they now concentrate on the Delaney.
Yeah,
Now, even though he's got his heel going, it's now stopped, so he hasn't gained a lot of health back.
mm-hmm.
So that now leaves pretty much the A cap to Azuma. So
That's
yes,
right.
like you were saying, the Azuma have realised that we've got to push and push hard at the start, right off. Be aggressive. Don't take that passive stance at the start of the game. Let's just go out, be aggressive, and put BLHX on the back foot.
Well, here's the thing. BLHX is actually, you know, they did very well in the first game and actually showed a way of how they played, being aggressive and getting a feel for Azuma. But Azuma has a good reputation for being, you know, both passive and aggressive at the same time. So the thing is about Azuma, as I have seen them in action from time to time, is that they have really worked well as a team over the years. So that's definitely good to see. Ooh.
Okay, Azuma's St. Vincent is come under a lot of HE, mate. He's really getting pounded.
Yeah, I noticed that.
He is healing and he is under engine boost, but will it be enough to get him out of trouble?
It's a possibility. I mean, like, they are focusing fire on that Delny and actually trying to force them away, but the Moskva is still in range to shoot at long range with HE. But there's a lot of cross action over here, going over towards in the far side over at Charlie Cap right now. And there's a lot of torp going, a lot of torp action. This Delny over Azuma just managed to dodge those torpedoes out of range of them. But at the same time, though, there's a lot of kiting and fighting back, holding a standstill over at Charlie, on both sides.
Okay, now the Charlie Cap is definitely in BLHX's control.
Yes.
So you've got the Stalingrad and the Ragnar, which are protecting the B Cap as well.
Mm-hmm.
That just has not been contested in any way since they capped it.
No.
So most of the action is going to be at the Alpha Cap and the Charlie Cap. So.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's actually interesting to see how both teams are playing this out. They're definitely leaving B alone. The action is all focused on Charlie and Alpha. And Azuma is like sort of doing a hit and run tactic. They know that they've been pressed on pretty heavily over at Alpha, but they're actually regrouping, bringing some reinforcements with Ragnar going from Bravo towards them. The Stalingrad has actually regrouped and repositioned himself over north side of Bravo to support at A, but at the same time there's actually some interesting gameplay here, kiting around from Charlie, and it looks like that they're keeping the pressure over at Charlie, but most of the action is focusing here at Alpha.
It is. Now, BLHX are going to have to decide here too. They've got 3 DDs over there. They haven't lost a DD yet.
No.
And they've got the battleship as well as a cruiser. So they now need to decide, okay, we need to push. Again, where are they going to push? Or do they decide to send a DD into the Bravo cap and get sprung by the Stalingrad and the Ragnar that are just waiting there for that instance?
Well, Montana's going to get some torpedo action here over BLHX. That's coughed up with at least 4 torpedoes. And that's actually not too bad at all. I think those were Marceau torps, not to be mistaken. That was interesting how that played out, or the Colbert. 1 or 2 torps that was fired earlier. But at the moment, so far, Marceau torps have been fired again towards the Downey. And he just came up shy right now at this moment. But, this could go either way.
It could, because now you've got the Montana from BLH and X making a push down the 1 line.
Oh,
Whoa!
ouch! The
Wow.
smacked that Napoli on BLHX out the water.
Wow, what a bit of action that I missed. And I thought all the action was going to be on this side of the map.
Well, looks like Azuma was very lucky taking out that Napoli just a minute ago. The Darians fired up torps from BLHX towards Ohio Azuma. You know what? I have a feeling that the distraction is going on over at Charlie, and I can feel it that the Delny is going to go in and actually, with the engine boost, and possibly sneak in past the St. Vincent to get the C cap.
That's possible. It looks like he's going to reverse in, I'd say. And again, that's a typical ploy for a DD, is to reverse into the cap. But this is interesting. We've got that Montana from BLHX that was sneaking down that 1 line. He's coming in behind both the St. Vincent and Salem.
And looks like the St. Vincent and the Salem have recognized that the Montana is right on their 6. And they made a move, but is it too late?
Yes, because the Moskva is not far behind.
The torps are coming over from the Colbert at long range.
Yeah, I don't think the Montana... Oh, he might wear 1. Possibly... Oh, he's going to wear 2.
He's going to wear 2 torps.
2 torps.
And looks like
wow,
man. That's messed up.
Look at that, Azuma.
St. Vincent, they lost
the Vincent and the Salem.
Yeah. Delany and Salem are both gone. That's just unreal. But I have to say that they focusing fire together, all the DDs on the Montana, and the Montana sacrificed himself for BLHX. But the points are in favor to Azuma.
Yes, they certainly are. That's a good ploy, keeping those 2 ships there. You know, yes, they had to sacrifice themselves, but I wasn't expecting 3 ships to go down so quick.
Oh yeah, I mean, like that's very true.
So that now leaves the A cap open for BLHX, but again, it's way too late, unfortunately.
Yeah.
The Moskva's going down. You look at the placement of the DDs, extremely well placed. There's no way, when you've got the Ragnar, the Marceau, and the Colbert shooting at you, you're not going to survive it. There's 3 hard-hitting, quick-firing gunboats.
Mm-hmm.
And between the three of them, they're just going to keep you on fire.
Mm-hmm.
Although the Marceau is now switched to armor piercing, so the Delaney's going to feel that in a second. This has been an exciting game. And there it is.
AZUMA has prevailed. AZUMA has prevailed in this one, that's for sure.
Yes, that was well done, AZUMA. Yeah. Well done indeed. That was pretty much a hard-fought game the whole way through, right up until the end.
Yeah, I have to say, you know, like this is what I love about tie-breaking matches is that, you know, it's good to see that teams have learned from each other. That's the thing. It's good to see that teams have learned from each other in this match. And having a tiebreaker, that means, yep, that means another match coming up soon.
Yep, and